morning. This is my first update from the conference floor for today, and things are looking a little busier today, I've got to say. But my first stop today is over at Coleman Audio, where I've got Glenn Coleman right here.
Hello, how are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm fine.
I met Glenn yesterday because his booth was kindly offering wine and dark chocolate. That was a very, very good decision, I think. And one of the best offerings I've seen here yet so far. But what are you showing us here today? Tell us about your product a little bit.
I have a relatively new product called the QS8.
Okay.
It's a DAW control room monitor module with talkback and a Q system that allows you to have a Q mixing section.
Okay.
The main signal path, you have two stereo inputs that you can A/B. And then there's a stepped attenuator that's passive stepped attenuator. This is the volume control that I'm using. So you can have a balanced audio signal that goes through the box out to two sets of speakers. You have alternate speakers. And that's completely passive. The unique thing about the box is the Q mixing section. You can send in a dedicated Q input, and this is the input level. And then if you were doing a vocal overdub and you took the mic preamp output and split the signal so the one side would go to your DAW to record and the other side would come to aux3, the headphone mix would not have any latency, because when you record through the DAW and you listen to it, there's a little hesitation because of the processing going on.
Right, and that is extremely annoying, I can see.
And you also have an input level control for aux3, so you can have more me in the headphone.
Very nice.
And it can be a stereo or mono signal. There's an overall Q output to the headphones. There's a talkback switch, a talkback level, and the talkback mic comes with the unit. You can also remote the talkback switch. There's a jack on the back to remote it. There's also a jack on the back for a slate output, which is take 1, take 2, take 3, 26, take 29. Go back and find take 10.
Nice.
It's very difficult to find.
This looks like a pretty serious studio product that I think a lot of people would enjoy having. So keep an eye out for Coleman Audio products. And is there anything else you wanted to show us?
Oh my gosh. There's also the mix position. We'll turn this into an analog summing box, so you can sum outside of the DAW.
Nice.
And the mix output is always present, so if you had a drummer, say, that wanted a click track, but nobody else in the session at the time wanted to hear the click track, you could take the mix output. I know how that goes. You can take the mix output and use it for the drummer's headphone, and it would have the Q mix, but it would also have aux2, and you put the click on aux2 and the drummer gets it, and the rest of the band doesn't have the click. So you have Q stereo Qs, and it kind of replaces the recording console.
That's really cool. Very neat. Well, thank you so much for your time, Glenn. I appreciate it. Very nice meeting you.
Thank you.
And I hope you have a great time at NAMM. Cheers.